Alright there muckers, hope you're well. We're going to do the news a little bit different today. I'm messing about on my camera, you can probably tell. Gonna look at Verge, Balina, any excuse to do that front cover. Then we're going to talk about Kraken. We're also going to talk about Cambridge Analytica. And then we're going to talk about US authorities and all the stuff that's going on there. So the first piece of news is Verge. Now again, this has been hot topic obviously for the past week. I mean, some of the trading that happened on Binance was absolutely crazy. I know just after the announcement, I went back on to sell my second half and the whole thing had completely crashed. So, you know, it's been to all-time highs of 22, 24. Obviously, we went all the way back down to about 3 cents. And obviously, this announcement, the biggest thing in crypto, apparently, really drove the price. Even though Doug Polka did a whole big video that really sort of tried to give Verge a kick in the nuts, but it just got back up and just carried on running. Now obviously this partnership with Pornhub is absolutely huge because obviously Pornhub is part of a bigger group. There's lots of fractions of that, so it's not just Pornhub, there's loads of other things that go with it. I suppose the big question is this partnership really gonna fruition into something where people will actually use it? Because at the moment, you can sort of go on it and use it for free. Big question mark there, really. So obviously if they start paying people to watch porn, buy your white stick and buy your little Labrador now, because you guys are gonna go blind, guaranteed. So, because I know how much you love crypto, innit? So you're gonna do what it takes to get that extra crypto. So now we talk about Ian Balina, and everybody knows that he had 2 million coins hacked out of his wallet, and that happened while he was doing a live stream. Now he's lost some Loom, Pareto, Nucleus Vision, shit project anyway, Bread, Wabi, a whole bunch of others. Now apparently this all happened live when he was doing the stream. It was via an old email that got hacked apparently, so you know, why on earth did you not change it when you had millions and millions of coins? Then they hacked into his Evernotes and stole his private keys and off they went. There's a couple of things here. First of all, get yourself a hardware wallet, you know, and the other thing is don't be a sausage, all right? Because Ian Balina is a complete sausage. And the reason he's a sausage is because he goes on social media and all he does is look at me, look how much money I've made. All that will do is draw the hackers in. It's very simple, it's like flies to shit. They're gonna fly in big time and they're gonna take it. You may as well just put your Porsche outside and put the keys on the bonnet pretty much. Because these guys are just going to come and hack you. So, you know, biggest tip there, don't be a sausage. I've only ever done it once, and that was part of something I was doing for the BBC. So that was completely different, haven't done it since, and don't plan on doing it either. What I have in my account stays in my account, it stays in my little Ledger wallet and stuff. You know, no one's getting hold of that. A lot of people are saying it's because of taxes. Now, what people don't realise is that once you cash out, so if he's cashed any amount out, he still owes his taxes, regardless if it's been stolen or not. Because Trump, for instance, he don't give a shit. Once you've cashed out and he's seen the money go, it's his now. It's the government's money. So I don't believe this was some sort of tax scam because, you know, just because you've lost it or it's been hacked doesn't admit you from not paying your taxes. So I just think that's all a bit bullshit, really. So Kraken have said that they're pulling out of Japan, and their main reason is that there are rising costs. Now there's been a whole bunch of stuff going on in Japan, and I think they're under the microscope at the moment, because obviously with the whole issue with all the NEM tokens getting stolen, you know, people are really focused on the regulation side of things and really starting to crack down, because you don't want to see people, everyday people, all their money just disappearing like this, because it's not great, and the hackers will go and get it if they can. If you leave the door open, they're going to walk through. It's that simple. But Kraken were quoted to say this: "Suspending services for Japan's residents will allow us to better focus on our resources to improve in other geographical areas." What that really says is, we're a bit fucked. Japan said no, so we're gonna have to go elsewhere now. "This is not a localized suspension or services that only affects residents of Japan and does not impact services for Japanese citizens or businesses outside of Japan." So that basically says, if you're in Japan, you're fucked. If you're outside Japan, it's game on, we're all right. Kraken's one of the longest serving cryptocurrency exchanges. So, you know, for them to pull out is quite a big thing, I think. But again, I think the FSA are really starting to crack down on these things. So Cambridge Analytica is actually looking to come into crypto and create their own cryptocurrency. And you would have probably have heard of these guys because obviously they were misusing the Facebook data. I think it was about 87 million profiles or whatever was used. And there's whole links to Trump and some Mexican politicians as well. But apparently they've been using the data on an ICO called Dragon Coin. Now obviously they were looking at psychological profiles and different bits and pieces to obviously draw new investors in. And they've got links to a famous gangster called Maku, who's commonly known as Broken Tooth, which I don't think is a proper gangster name at all. However, Alexander Nix, who was obviously heading up all the ICO stuff, left in March, and some of the rumours around it is that he was boasting about the company's political strategies designed to entrap opponents. So obviously they've had to let him go. And because of that, the project is currently on hold. You've probably heard about Cambridge Analytica, and what they can do, they can take the psychological profiles and they can use that information to try and target new investors. Now the reason they want to do that is because within any marketplace you have professional traders and retail traders. Now the professional traders do the opposite to the retail traders, and basically the game is that the professional traders will constantly take money off the retail traders. So that's the you and I's of the world. However, for the market to exist, you need a constant flow of retail traders, because obviously once they've lost all their money, they need a whole bunch of new people. And they can use this psychological profiling to bring in new customers into that realms. Now the thing is this, obviously Facebook and Google have completely banned all this stuff now. So again, there's a big question mark on what is happening there. So the New York Attorney General has been investigating 13 different exchanges. That includes Coinbase, Gemini and Bitrust. Now these guys have been sent questionnaires, and this is about their trading, their operations, their fees, and we've seen something a little while back where this was all happening. Now I think the big thing here is that people just want this regulated from a more financial point of view, in terms of that people who are investing in cryptocurrency really understand what they're getting themselves into. And that's pretty cool, because you know, you're trying to protect the general public. And as we talked about before, the professional traders can only make money off the retail traders, the you and I's. If we come into the marketplace and we don't have a clue what we're doing, it makes it easy for the professional traders to take our money off us. So what they're trying to do is protect us, because in other financial markets that protection is in place to some extent. And Christine Lagarde has asked for some form of even playing field here and an even hand approach. I think regulation will really up the space, and the reason for that is because more people will trust the space, and they will come in and they will want to get involved in all the excitement and all the new technology. And cryptocurrency is the biggest thing since .com. And that was today's news. I hope you enjoyed it. As always guys, thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment and share. You can follow me on social media or join one of my 2 Facebook groups where you can find out how you can get great discounts on ICOs, but also how you can be involved with our monthly $5,000 crypto giveaway.